Let's now get you some updates from the upcoming American elections, presidential elections that are due next year. In the latest, the Democrat Senator Joe Manchin has announced that he will retire from the Senate after finishing his current term. Adding to this, he's also said that he would be absolutely willing to consider running for the top job in the United States of America for the upcoming 2024 elections. In an interview, Joe Manchin has stated that he would do anything to help his country, even if that requires him to run for the presidential elections. He's further said, and I quote him here, "I am going to do everything in my power to make sure to mobilize that moderate, sensible, common sense middle nerve." The Manchins has said this presidential bid has sparked a lot of anxiety, especially amongst the Democrat senators. They have warned Manchin that it would be a quote-unquote big mistake if he were to end up challenging the incumbent president, Joe Biden. The Democrat lawmakers have also said that Biden's re-election chances will be badly affected if Joe Manchin decides to run for the top job. They've added that such a scenario could result in what they view as a nightmare situation for the Democrats, something that could lead to the re-election of the Republican frontrunner Donald Trump to a second term at the White House. Meanwhile, Manchin has turned down all the fears voiced by his fellow Democrats, saying that he simply does not buy into these kind of nightmare scenarios. Moreover, he's also had a track record of contending throughout Biden's presidency about half the U.S. politics had actually become very polarized under Joe Biden. This is a Democrat speaking. And he's also said that millions of voters do not have a voice in terms of their political stances, and that is what he intends to change. And our correspondent Susan Tehrani has been tracking the story very closely for us and has sent us this report from New York. Listen in.
President Biden's 81st birthday on Monday comes at a time when his age has become his biggest liability among American voters. White House aides jokingly say that they're now implementing Operation Bubble Wrap to prevent the president from falling down and slipping in public. What's not funny for the White House is the possibility that West Virginia Democrat Senator Joe Manchin, who recently announced that he won't be running for re-election, launches a third-party campaign. During the weekend, he once again alluded that he might do so. He says that President Biden has moved too much to the left and yanked by progressives in his own party and is out of touch with the average American voter. Manchin himself is a conservative centrist Democrat. The White House says that a Manchin bid for a third party would be detrimental in the upcoming elections because the numbers are so close and Biden voters may go and vote for Manchin. Manchin calls this nonsense, and for now at least, he hasn't announced a definitive yes to run. Meanwhile, there's also talk and rumors of Gavin Newsom, the Democrat governor of California, running in case the president himself decides to not run or drop out. And those rumors became louder, first of all, after his trip to China and then hosting the APEC summit in his home state. And if that's not enough, he's expected to debate Republican candidate Ron DeSantis on November 30th on Fox News. We'll have to see what happens. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.